Today I'm gonna make pizza dough. I'm gonna use my silicone mat. I'm gonna start by proofing the yeast. So I need a little bit of water that's lukewarm. I'm gonna pour a little bit of water into a separate bowl. It calls for 200 grams of water, which is a little less than a cup. I'm gonna put the yeast in there, 3/4 of a teaspoon. And I'm just gonna put a pinch of sugar to help it proof slightly. And I'm gonna mix that up. Just get that all. While that's proofing, I'm gonna measure out my flour. So I'm gonna use double O flour. And I need 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon of this, or 153 grams. Okay, so now I'm going to use a different bowl for the other flour, even though it's going in the same place, just in case if I make a mistake, I don't ruin both flours. 153 grams of this flour as well. And I'm gonna put those together. Then I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm gonna mix those up. Now you could see this yeast is puffing up. I'm gonna add the yeast, the water, which I'm gonna pour into that bowl first just to make sure I get all the yeast, and a teaspoon of olive oil. And now I'm going to mix that all up. I'm going to use my hands because I'm going to be kneading it basically. I'm going to do this for approximately 3 minutes. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave that in the bowl for 15 minutes to rest. I'm gonna cover it with shower cap. Okay, it's 15 minutes and it rested. So now I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna put a little flour on my surface and I'm gonna knead this for 3 minutes. So I used to be afraid of kneading, but it's actually not that hard. Just push and fold. So do this for 3 minutes. Okay, that's been 3 minutes. Now you're going to cut this into 2 equal portions. Roll them into a ball. Then I'm going to use another mat for this, and I'm going to put a lot of flour down on this. I'm going to put the 2. I'm going to cover that with my shower cap. You can use a wet paper towel. I'm gonna let that sit for 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so it's been 4 hours. It's kind of sticking. It didn't work out so well, exactly. Okay, so now I'm gonna stretch this out. And then I'll transfer it to the pan after. So I'm going to try to do it as even as I can. Oops. Ideally, you would have a pizza stone that would heat up in the oven, but you could also use a cast iron pan, something like that. I'm going to use this pizza baking sheet. It's not very even. It should be more even than this. But it should still taste good. Okay. Now I'm going to put some sauce. Put some mushrooms. You don't necessarily have to pre-cook them, but I like to get out some of the moisture. And then the cheese. Just reshaping that a little around. Okay, the pizza is going in. I'm gonna cut that in half. Half. It's pretty hot. So now I'm gonna eat the pizza. Pretty good pizza.